similar. And yeah. In this story, the son is going to be a Nazirite, like Jesus. So it's quickly, I was going to read, because I hadn't read this before, but where the Nazirite, kind of more, the details of the definition of a Nazirite, where it came from. So this is probably the best, where it's laid out in the most detail. So Numbers, then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the children of Israel and say to them, when either a man or a woman consecrates an offering to take the vow of a Nazirite, to separate himself to the Lord, he shall separate himself from wine and similar drink. He shall drink neither vinegar nor made from wine, nor vinegar made from similar drink. Neither shall he drink any grape juice, nor eat fresh grapes or raisins. All the days of his separation he shall eat nothing that is produced from the grapevine by seed to skin. All the days of the vow of his separation, no razor shall come upon his head until the days are fulfilled for which he separated himself from the Lord. He shall be holy. Then he shall let the locks of his hair of his head grow. All the days that he separates himself to the Lord, he shall not go near a dead body. He shall not make himself unclean, even for his father or his mother, for his brother or his sister, when they die, because his separation to God is on his head. All the days of his separation he shall be holy to the Lord." So that's probably the most laid out. There's other details here and there in the Bible, but that's kind of like, that's what a Nazirite was supposed to be, and that's what Samson was called to be. So a Nazirite was a period of time that somebody would consecrate themselves to God, and it could be a few months, could be a year, it could be whatever that person, I think, decided or was called to be, or it could be for your whole life. In this story, it kind of seems that like Samson's mom actually also took the vow for a period of time, because she kind of followed. The angel was telling her and Samson that this is what they were supposed to follow. And then in Samson's case, it was supposed to be for his entire life that he was supposed to be a Nazirite, like Jesus. Then in Judges, so the child shall be a Nazirite to God from the womb to the day of his death. So that it's clear that he was supposed to be a Nazirite for his entire life. So one of the keys I wanted to pull out from this was that many times one could be a Nazirite by choice. And you could choose to be a Nazirite, and probably that was the more common thing to happen. But with Samson, he did not choose on whether he would be a Nazirite or not. Samson was not born into a covenant, or Samson was born into a covenant with God. He was born a Nazirite. So again, Samson wasn't supposed to eat grapes, drink alcohol, eat unclean food, cut his hair, go close to dead things. So Samson was born into these rules that had made him special. And then Manoah prayed to the Lord and said, "Oh, my Lord, please let the man of God whom you sent come back to us again and teach us what we shall do for this child who will be born." So I think they realized, okay, this baby's going to be special. Give us some more detail, or help us so we make sure we raise this child properly. And so the angel comes back and then explains to them some more, and the Bible actually doesn't go into a lot of detail, but I'm assuming there's maybe some stuff left out, and that the angel actually sat down with them and maybe gave them a lot of detail on how to raise this special child. So we as parents or future parents, do we have access to the word of the Lord on how to raise our children just like Manoah did? I don't think we can deny that. Through the Bible, spirit of prophecy, we have probably as much information as we could ever want on how to raise our children according to the Lord. And so with Samson, this is a Nazirite boy who's going to be special. He was born by the word of the Lord, similar to Jesus. He was born to be a Nazirite like Jesus, and the word of the Lord came to his parents to show him show them how to raise this child. So this boy was made to be special. But again, Samson did not choose. He didn't choose to be special. He was, he was made to be special without his own choice. So Samson did not choose to be a Nazarite. So let's imagine maybe Samson in today's terms, like we started at the beginning. But so this is a special boy raised in a good Christian home, raised according to the directions given by God. God's principles have been followed. His parents read child guidance in an Adventist home and all the best books on raising this godly child. This boy was raised a vegetarian, grew up in the church. Maybe he was homeschooled. He went to church every Sabbath. His parents did the very best to raise this child in a special way, to be part of the remnant group at the end of time. You would expect this boy to be special, to be pristine, right? Well, let's meet this special boy. So this is the first account where we finally meet who this boy is. Now Samson went down to Timnah and saw a woman in Timnah of the daughters of the Philistines. So he went up and told his father and mother, saying, I have seen a woman in Timnah of the daughters of the Philistines. Now therefore get her for me as my wife. Then his mother and father said, Is there no women among the daughters or the brethren, among your brethren, or among all my people, that you must go and get a wife from the uncircumcised Philistines? And Samson said to his father, Go get her for me, for she pleases me. So that's our first introduction, like, here's Samson. So Samson goes down to Timnah, sees somebody from the Philistines, tells his parents to go get her, and this is our first account. He's telling his parents what to do because she pleases him. This is our first introduction to Samuel, and already I would say there's a good chance he's not really listening to what his parents told him to do. Deuteronomy 7 kind of specifically told the Israelites, do not marry people from other nations.